Okay, here's another one I got to see early. This is John Wick, which, it's pretty good off the bat. So it stars Keanu Reeves. Don't turn off, I promise it's good, I promise. Who is a retired assassin. Still, stay with me, stay with me. His wife, or his girlfriend, I can't remember which, I think it was his wife, I'm sorry. She dies, and she leaves him a puppy. As a way of kind of, you need some compassion in your life, you need something to love, you can't just be alone and miserable all the time. And he gets this puppy and he loves him, and it's quite sweet and affecting, but stay with me. And then some criminals who, like the son of a gangster, of a really powerful gangster, asks for John's car, because it's a really, really nice car. They ask for the car, and John says, no, you can't have my car, this car's worth quite a lot to me. And so they get really pissed off, and at night they break into his house, they kill his dog, and they beat him up. And the rest of the film is about John Wick getting revenge for the murder of his dog on the gangsters. I know how it sounds. It's really, really solid. It's really solid. It's not great. It's not like it's my new favourite film or anything, but it's solid. It's directed by two stuntmen, which I think kind of gives you an idea of the fact that the action's quite central to everything. There's quite a lot of it, especially in like the latter half of the film. It's fairly well paced. It just keeps moving and moving from one fight to the next. But they're really good. They're really, really good, tight action sequences. He does this like gung fu type thing, where it's like close quarters shooting, where he kind of he gets really close into people. He'll like shoot someone in the head, and he'll spin round into the next guy. So it's like watching a dance. And it's really cool. It doesn't really get old. I didn't think it got old. I enjoyed watching it every time it happened. Really nicely framed action sequences. This is not like shaky cam, you can tell what's going on. They're not violent, like oh my god violent, but they're not restraining the violence. They're not shying away from it. They're just making it as violent as it was naturally going to be. It's nice. John Wick he's the best. They make him out that he's the best assassin, he's the best fighter, but he's still crucially human because he does get wounded quite a lot, he gets captured, he gets beaten up, so there's a sense of like threat because he's not invincible. Like I said, if you're a fan of action movies, then I definitely think you should watch this. I definitely think that it's worth watching just to see one done right after all the Taken 3s of the world. You can just sort of sit down and watch an action film that actually pulls off what it's supposed to do. It's very serviceable in terms of story, it just goes from A to B, but it does it well. That's the thing. It doesn't seem to have that much ambition beyond what it's doing, but it does it well. And the thing with the dog is actually quite emotional, so I gave it a few bonus points there too. So overall, if I did a rating of John Wick, I'd say, yeah, 7. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Doesn't do that much wrong. Could have done with some more interesting characters. And something maybe a bit more besides the gun fu, which is amazing. Something a bit more to distinguish it from other films. But yeah, definitely check it out if you're a fan of action movies, I would say.